Are you looking to level up your author business?
Are you pounding your head against a wall, wondering what your next step should be? Then join me, Daniel Wilcox.
And me, Sacha Black, as we haul ass each week in a bid to level up.
Level up!
Come along for the ride as we delve deep into the business of writing,
Craft,
entrepreneurship,
and every level of the author journey. This is the Next Level Author Podcast.
Hello, Achievers. This is episode 45 of the Next Level Author Podcast, a podcast where we hold each other to account and track our step-by-step progress as we level up our author businesses. My name is Sacha Black, and here with me every week is Tits Wilcox.
Daniel Wilcox. That is quite off-putting. That's quite irritating. What?
Get your kit off. Come on.
You said I had to wear it. You didn't say what I could wear over it.
Oh, no. You haven't dyed your beard. Right. Let's get into the episode. Okay, so this week is Daniel's forfeit. And so I highly recommend, if you are listening on the podcast and to audio only, you either listen to the episode and then go back and check out the visuals, or you hop over to YouTube and check this out. Now, Dan had 3 things that he had to do for his forfeit, and a huge thank you to Yanni, who also helped to create these forfeits.
Thanks,
one of the
Yanni.
one of the forfeits has not worked, and I'm very disappointed about this. Dan was meant to dye his beard purple. There's no purple beard. Do you even have your purple bruise left?
It's slightly there, but it's not really taken. So I did a patch test yesterday because I had a few people warn me that if I just suddenly went for the whole hog, I might come out in just a very irritated face. So I tried, but it just didn't seem to take.
Yeah, excuses. So next time I'm going to send bleach as well, so that you can bleach your beard and then dye your beard. And maybe grow it a bit longer. Okay, so would you like to get your kit off for the lads?
I feel like this is some weird perverse fantasy that I'm just realizing for you.
Oh no, really no. But I think Oh, that's not the one. Wait, what is that? Is it on backwards?
If it is, that's very embarrassing.
Not
but it's not
what
That's not
said.
what was on the picture, because on the picture it was much more Christmassy.
This is not at all what I sent. You just have a pair of tits on you. This is not at all.
I mean, we're not refilming this. This is where we're at.
Oh my god, that is not. I mean, your tits are amazing, but that's definitely not what I sent you.
Was it because the picture on the actual front had this kind of Christmassy thing? There's Christmas kind of on the back. I mean, kind of a little bit, but
more what I was hoping to see, this Christmas Santa. This is just a pair of breasts on a t-shirt. This is not.
I can hear everyone just unplugging their headphones and running to YouTube. Dan's got his tits out. Go.
I'm so disappointed.
Put them slightly out of frame just for viewers with a sensitive disposition may want to look away. Sacha Black.
Next time, I'm going to get you to do something because I'm wildly disappointed with the forfeits this time. However, there is a certain paragraph that you do need to read out. So I'm going to
My
put
heart
this
is racing.
in. It's really, I think it's fine. It's just so. This is just a thing that you need to be better at, and therefore this is punishment. Okay, let's go. It's in the chat. Go. Don't you read it before you say it. You need to just start saying it. Go.
I'm not clicked on chat yet. It's not there. I've just got a bubble saying, I, Daniel Wilcox, have to say. And that's all I can see. I'm just going to take a moment to let you work out your giggles.
I'm just going to drink my espresso whilst you confess.
Okay. Right. I won't look at it. I feel sick. I've not even looked at the words, and I'm sure it's not going to be that bad. But
no, it's not.
Wow, is this how you felt? Just really repellent against. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to fail again, do you?
The first time, it was because it was just words on a t-shirt, it didn't matter half as much.
Yeah, now you have to say them.
This is going to be recorded in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Okay. I, Daniel Wilcox, have to say these things because no matter how much I'm encouraged, I will never admit to my skills, value, or strengths, despite having an embarrassingly large number of them. Wow. Here goes. I'm a really, really fucking good writing coach. I need to stop being a humble fuck because I have this innate ability to understand people at their core. I always ask the right questions and help push writers in the right direction to fulfill their dreams. I feel sick. I'm also a ridiculously fucking skilled writer, and I should acknowledge and recognize how utterly phenomenal my writing is. Yeah, that is... I have feelings.
How did it feel to say those things?
Like an arrogant arsehole.
I know, but you're not. And this is the thing. This is why I had to make you say something nice, because I know that you won't do that. And it's really hard for you, which is why it's punishment in this weird way, because,
This is cripplingly good. I hate you.
Wasn't it just like the best individualization?
I genuinely feel like a bit of a gag reflex. It might be that or just like me staring at my tits.
Oh my God, I've like laughed so hard, I've given myself a headache. Oh God, oh, I'm so impressed with myself. The thing is, I knew how hard it would be for you to say those things.
Yeah, I kind of just blanked and shut off feelings while I read them.
Did you know it was going to be in this vein?
I had a sneaking suspicion.
Yeah. You know what? It's only going to get worse. So if you fail again, I'm going to make you say even. I mean,
I've already told you. If you ever get a forfeit, I'm making you sell your cat.
No, it's not my cat. It's the kid's cat. You can't make.
Oh, now it is.
Yeah. Oh, shall we get on with the episode?
Thank you for that, Sacha, and thank you, Yanni.
Yanni was the beard and the top. So the options for the t-shirts were this sort of overweight hairy belly with a medallion, which I was quite fancying, and then look at the tits. I mean, at least you have good nipples.
Mate, quite high at the minute.
I just don't understand why they're like the whole top is tit and not Santa. Like I wanted I just don't understand. I'm so disappointed by the top.
So I spent a lot of time on my boot camp speaking to people and basically saying that boot camp is not in any way how I ever envisioned it, because like in like the best way, because the people are amazing, it's fun, it's friendly, like lots of random things happen. And I think I can go on record and say this isn't what I envisioned when we started NLA, that I'd be sat with fucking tits on a shirt. There we go. From great minds come whatever the fuck this is.
What is this friendship that we have? Why do we do these things to each other?
I don't know. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so upset about the top. Anyway, let's move on. Oh my God, for listeners who are not watching the podcast, Dan has just shimmied his tits at me. That is something I can never unsee. I'm mildly scarred.
At least it's not going on the internet.
Yeah, forever. The internet is forever, Dan.
What you should do when you edit this is like censor that and just have it like just across it.
Okay. How has your week been?
Oh, why did you do this? Well, that was a hell of a U-turn. How has my week been? Sure. I feel like it's been good. It's been... the weird thing is I hadn't answered to this before I put on this t-shirt, and now I just feel like I'm empty.
Except you're outside, which is really rather full.
Yeah. Well, the week has been good in the sense that it's my first full working week that I've had in close to 2 months, which is lovely. So I've been able to chip away at a lot of stuff. I've cleared a hell of a lot of backlog stuff that I've had for ages. So things like I've taken all my books out of KU and I'm going wide with those. I've readjusted and checked all of my pricing, which I've been meaning to do for ages. gone through and sorted out mailing list stuff and autoresponders and all of the things that basically been on my list for ages. I'm like, I need to get to that. But you need, with some of those, you just need that headspace to sit down for an hour or two and just go, okay, whack this out and sort everything.
That was like the most Essex I think I've ever heard you. Autoresponders.
Shut up, Sacha.
Sorry.
Oh my God, I'm trying to do a podcast. But yeah, so I've cleared a lot of that, which has been nice. Penned a bunch of words for productivity, which has been good. And I also had a moment this week in which I basically had a bit of a lightning strike, got very, very excited, and my whiteboard, not now, it's very different things now, but just went on a rampage of like writing things on my writing board, which hasn't happened in ages. And I've been looking for ages for a way to sort out my business so that everything feels cohesive and not just lots of different areas. And I feel like I've found potentially that solution that brings things together and it helps clarify things in my mind. Which the downside of that was yesterday I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and my brain was just whirring. So I just came to the desk and just like wrote down ideas and things for like an hour or so. But it wasn't in like a negative way. It just felt good because I was saying to someone yesterday that because of the fact there's been so much disruption with childcare, with Christmas, with COVID and everything else, it doesn't feel like I can rely on having any kind of routine or I'm allowed to think ahead to things. So even with my current schedule at the minute, I'm doing a lot of like time auditing and schedule blocking and like rearranging my entire week so I can try and be more productive. But I've not felt like I can do that until now because every time you try and make a plan, it just gets swept away from under you. So I'm being a bit more optimistic with how I'm going to construct my week. But then also this other thing is something in the future that I can anchor on that is also exciting because it's something to aim for that I think is very, very achievable. So that's my week. It's been a hell of a roller coaster, but in a lot of good ways.
I have had less of a roller coaster week, I think. I still don't feel like...
Oh, that's my stomach. Wow, that was loud. Sorry.
It's all right. We didn't hear it, or I didn't anyway. I still don't feel like I'm operating at full potential.
No. For me as well, not for you.
Oh.
Like, no, you're not, Sacha. Come on. Get to it.
Wow, that was mean.
No, I'm the same. I'm very much the same.
Yeah, I just feel like I am not operating at full capacity, and I'm not sure why. I would like to strip out some procrastination that's happened. I know you mentioned that this morning in our sprints this morning. And I would like to, I don't know, I feel like I don't know, we'll get into this in the question. Anyway, my week was fine. I was doing audiobook recording, which for those that don't know, I used to do voiceover work when I was in my teens and I had like an agent and stuff. And so I ought to know how taxing recording is. And no matter how many times I record, I always forget. And obviously I got most of the way through this audiobook once before. Stop it, Daniel. And I'm finding it taxing. I also recorded like 2 or 3 podcasts this week, and I have also had 2 or 3 meetings this week, and I am just feeling the strain in my voice. I tried to record my podcast this morning and it was hard. It's why I'm like like the whole time.
The Next Level Authors podcast.
Yeah. So I don't know, like I also had fun writing a short story this week. It's not quite finished, but I think maybe another 1,000 words, and I completely pantsed it, which was really unusual for me. I basically knew it was an assassination that happened like a couple of 1,000 years before the book starts. And that was it. I knew who got assassinated, who did the assassination, but I didn't know anything else really about it. And so, yeah, it was so much fun to write this short story. And I think it has taken away my fear of being able to write short stories, because like I'd convinced myself I couldn't write short stories, which is a load of bollocks. So yeah, I've had fun with that. I also had a couple of fun ideas. One at the start of the week, and I spoke to somebody about that. And I'm not going to really say any more about that because I'm going to plan to do it in the summer, I think, because I just need a bit of time to make sure that I can give the time to do it. And what else? Oh, yes. The biggest thing I think for me is having this week, I've had to accept that my expectations of side characters were so wrong. I thought it was going to be a short book of around like 40k, 45k, the same as Heroes and Villains. And it is not. It's going to be closer, if not longer, than The Anatomy of Prose. And that's good for readers and listeners who will listen and read the book. Frustrating for me because I think I'm going to have to push out the deadline. I've only got 10 days until my original deadline, which was the 15th of Feb. And I don't know if I will. I think it's unlikely that I will hit it, although I am going to try to just work on that next week. And yeah, I don't know. I'm frustrated because everything always takes longer than you think it's going to take. Also, it makes me feel like I need to go back and edit, like do a revised version of the other two books, because I feel like I could add a load more to them now, but also I don't want to go back right now. So I don't know. Anyway, it's been just an interesting week.
Just on that as well, I will add, just for listeners who are interested, that I've had a bit of a behind the scenes chat with Sacha about side characters, and it has already infinitely helped some of my writing. So there's some very, very useful stuff in there. And I'm generally not bullshitting. That's like, it has. We can go into like that on a whole other episode at some point, but yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you for saying that, because
no, thank you, Sacha.
Oh, stop. Oh,
no, thank you.
Oh, I love you, Boo. Oh, yeah.
Next.
Move on.
Hiss again. Hiss again. People love the hiss.
Oh my God. Can we just address the fucking hiss? I am so mortified. The internet is forever. It's never going away. Everyone mentioned the hiss, and I'm
going to gif it.
No, don't, because you will. I know you.
All right,
you will
I won't,
gif
but
it.
now that I've said that, someone will.
Oh, stop it. Oh my God. I am so embarrassed that I hissed. Let's move on. Right. I would like to announce that I am a winner. And you put a poll out to see who was which episode.
Something else. Oh.
No, which episode? Wait, what winner? What?
Go on, as you were.
I need to know what this was.
I thought you were talking about your challenge for NLA.
Oh no, we'll get to that next. Yeah. So Dan put a poll up in the Facebook group that asked whether or not we should be celebrating on episode 50 or episode 52. And I would like to announce that Team Sacha won, which makes me very happy and gives me competition.
I'm very, very prepared for any time I make a Team Sacha, Team Dan to be wildly outnumbered. I'm prepared for that. People love you, girl.
Oh, hey, they love you too, especially your tits right now. I'm gonna put
this needs to be like a teaser promo shot for...
I'm so sad about the top. I thought we were gonna have like a... Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so team Sacha won, which means what, this is episode 45, so we have 7 episodes left. Yeah, so next week then perhaps we will put a comment thread, and I will put a comment thread.
We had a few comments from people on ideas of things to have.
Oh, did they? Do you have those to hand?
Yes. I want to just one from CJ who says, I want to see animal onesies and favourite beverages and snacks.
Ah, okay, awesome.
So yeah, let's put another post up.
Yeah, let's put a thread up, and we would love to hear what you guys would like us to do to celebrate our 1-year anniversary.
I'll wear angel wings and you can wear this top.
Or I could wear a Maleficent hat. Anyway, I'm Maleficent, bitch. Okay, so we've done our forfeit. We've talked about me winning, and okay, so now I'm only playing up to the thing. I wouldn't have minded. I would have minded if I'd lost, but okay. So now I am going to share screen because we are going to draw the winners of the
Next Level Author Level Up Challenge.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so
So do we need to do a reminder of what it was?
Yeah, you do that.
So for people who are new to the podcast or people that maybe missed that episode, at the beginning of December, I think it was, we set basically a challenge to say that anyone who wants to put down something they're going to be held accountable for December and January to have completed by the end of January, get involved, put your comments down. And we had a flurry of people get involved. We were offering prizes of a 30-minute consultancy call with Sacha, 30-minute coaching call with myself, and a signed copy of Anatomy of Prose. So 3 different winners.
So are we going to draw winner or runner up first?
Let's draw runner up first. You've got to build it up.
Okay. So
but yeah, just a shout out just quickly to basically everyone that got involved. And even if you gave it a go but didn't quite make it, you're further ahead than you were to begin with, which is progress. So
yes,
well done.
Absolutely. And lots of people got almost to the end of their should we talk about our challenge as well? We'll do that afterwards. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to draw the runner up. So runner up is Jackie. So Jackie is going to can you write this down? Jackie is going to get the signed copy of the Anatomy of Prose. So in second place then here we go. What does second place get? Second place getting
well, let's not second place it. Let's say Jackie was second and let's do a joint first. Because I know you're going to get somehow very competitive and weird about it. So let's just say this one is for the 30-minute coaching call with myself.
Okay.
Because also in Sacha's head, the final one to be drawn is first place. So technically she still wins, even though we're both on the same level.
No, listen, I think you are a better coach. So I was actually going to say that you should be the grand prize. So fuck you.
We'll be joint grand prize.
Okay, so how do I make it rerun? Okay, so Kate gets... the coaching call.
Beautiful. I'll message you, Kate, and we'll sort something out.
And in consulting call is Meg Jolly.
Hey, that'll be a fun one. Sweet. Yeah, we'll message you guys, get in touch, sort out a day, and make that happen. But again, even if you didn't quite make it, congratulations to everyone who attempted, who made themselves accountable, and who has made considerable leaps over the last couple of months.
Yes.
How did you do, Sacha?
Yeah, so I got to go back and find, where is it? I don't even know. Is it on that level up thing? No.
There's quite a few. Well, let me do mine while you look for yours then.
Okay.
Because mine was to sort out and implement my social media brand strategy stuff. So I've done that. I've updated all of my graphics with different things across like banners for Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I've gone through and I've now have a firm brand for the things I'm doing. So for a lot of people who don't follow me on socials, like one of my main colors for pretty much everything I'm doing at the minute is orange, particular shade of orange. It's nailed down. And yeah, I've started sort of prettifying my Instagram. I've started posting more regularly. I've got more of a plan of structure with content of what I'm putting out there. And what's been interesting, and I was talking to some people about this yesterday, is that when I started my socials, I didn't really have a direction. And then about 12 to 15 months ago, I really started hammering hard on bringing in a lot of horror fans into what I'm doing, because obviously like my entire focus there was fiction. Since I've gone more into the sort of the services and the non-fiction space, what I'm finding interestingly is that I'm not really getting, I'm not gaining in quantity of followers, because I'm losing a fair few horror followers, but I'm also getting a lot more author followers at the same time, and a lot more engagement. So everything's hovering around the same stat wise, but it's feeling richer as a community and the right people following. So all positive steps. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All positive steps. So I'm happy.
Have you been speaking to your brother by any chance?
No.
You're like super
I think it's just
Essex today.
I don't know.
Oh well, moving on.
Yeah, no, not for a while.
Not for a while.
Not for a while. How'd you do?
So I flip-flopped, didn't I? Because originally I said I was going to have a plan for the freebie marketing funnel for both fiction and non-fiction. And then I was like, no, I'm going to do my audiobook and make progress towards doing that. And then it turns out that I've done both. So my audiobook, I have recorded the intro, chapter 1 and chapter 2, and both chapter 1 and chapter 2 summaries, and all of them have been proofed. I've got one correction to make on chapter 1, which I went to do yesterday, and then it hadn't downloaded because the garage is like just a fraction out of internet range, so I couldn't download it. So I'll have to do that next week. But more or less, I have another 2 chapters to send to our your friend really, Carl, to master, even though I think he's going to tell me off because I was supposed to record them in mono and then I forgot, and now they're in stereo. I really don't want to redo them.
That's a really easy issue to fix though.
Okay.
It's easier to flatten stereo than it is to stereo mono.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is impossible.
Yeah. So I did that, and then on the fiction reader magnet, I am doing a collection of short stories, which I've got a price even from my designer for a cover. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that or if I'm gonna find like a slightly cheaper cover. I'm not sure. And what else? And the non-fiction. So I have worked on the stories for the fiction. The non-fiction, I haven't worked on it, but I have like a very comprehensive brainstorm outline of exactly what's going to go into that. And I don't think it's going to take me too long to do it. I just need to pull it on stream. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised, actually.
Okay. Boom. So I'll give you a coaching call and you can give me a consultancy call.
Oh God, does that mean we have to speak to each other even more?
Ugh. Is that possible?
I know exactly. Okay, so are we going to do another challenge?
Yeah, I was just thinking about this because we spoke a little bit about this before the episode, but I'm going to propose because
don't propose.
I think it's too late. I'm going to propose that we definitely want to do another challenge. I think we've got an idea of what we're going to do, but I think what we should do is brainstorm off air and then set it this week in the channel, maybe the day the episode launches.
Okay.
At some point before the next episode.
Or maybe address it in the next episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I definitely think it's a lot of fun to do, and particularly to have other people getting involved and holding themselves accountable. And if you guys as listeners feel it's valuable, reach out and let us know. But it was fun to run as well. So
yeah, and I have some ideas about how we can make it better as well. So let's definitely talk about this offline, so you can see how well planned we are. Okay, so I think that's
professionals, mate.
I think that's it, really, isn't it? We can now go through. So, what thing have you enjoyed this week?
Oh, we're finally at the intro. Okay.
I know, after like 40 minutes of fucking about on this podcast.
Sorry, guys, this is going to be a long episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What have I enjoyed this week? So I enjoyed the fact that I've lost 2.5 pounds. I've enjoyed the fact that my sister is training to be a nutritionist and I'm one of her first test subjects. So since Sunday last week, which for reference, that's 6 days ago, I've been on not so much diet plans, but just it's a case of being a lot more aware of overall calories, sort of protein levels, carb, fat, all that kind of stuff, and just being a lot more nutritious with food. And I struggled. Struggle's a strong word. I found it challenging because I'm very good at, well, we've been through this before. If I'm set a challenge, I just do it. So for example, like one of my tasks for this week was to cut down the amount of coffee I'm drinking. And for reference, I normally drink sort of one full caffeinated coffee in the morning, and then I'll probably have like 7 or 8 decafs throughout the day. And my sister was like, okay, bring that down, maybe 2 or 3. And I was like, no, I'm going to have 2 a day. That you just set what it is, tell me, and I'll do it. Like that's where I'm at. But the problem was that transpired was that I was eating healthier, but I was vastly under eating in terms of calories because I was eating the same quantities I'm used to, but obviously more nutritious, healthier stuff is lower in calories. So now I'm at the point in which the last couple of days I've been a bit hungry, and I had a call with her yesterday as like our weekly call just to check in. And I've now just been given permission to eat lots and lots and lots more food. So I can now have like 4 substantial meals a day instead of 3. But they'll be different to what I normally eat because they have to be more nutritious and to hit certain things. But it's very difficult because it's the whole, I'm in the period of everything has to be tracked, everything has to be weighed, including sort of liquids and things, cooking oils, all that kind of stuff. And what is amazing was when I was tracking my food a couple of weeks ago, I had a day where, I thought I'd had like 1,800 calories because that's what the app said. And it turned out I'd actually had about 2,800 because I hadn't counted sort of drinks and oils and all this other stuff that contributes to what you're actually doing. So yeah, I've lost 2.5 pounds for the first time in about half a decade. I'm about to go into like the 12 stone range, which I'm excited about. The wrong word, but it's definitely a milestone that I hadn't thought that I'd hit for a long time. So I'm close.
Yeah. And I have to say, like, your sort of facial region is looking a bit trimmer as well, which is really annoying because I think boys lose weight much. Like, I don't know, it looks like you've lost.
What is helpful as well for guys is if you shave and trim properly, you can like basically get your jawline. So that helps. But also I've run a lot this week. I've done 13k.
Because you wanted to lose half a stone in this level up challenge as well, didn't you? Did you lose your half a stone? How much have you lost now?
Yeah, because I was 13.10 at the beginning of this challenge. I'm now 13.05.
So you've lost 9.5 pounds.
Which is 4.5 kilos.
Yeah. So I think I mentioned I was going to try to lose weight as well. I don't know if I lost 10 pounds and 3 inches. And
exactly the same as me, 10 pounds.
Yeah, I
10
know.
pounds, Sacha.
I know.
Everything we do is in parallel.
Oh God, it's so annoying. Unlucky for me, I still have like 50 pounds to go, whereas you're almost like basically at your goal. So I've lost 3 inches on my belly and a couple of % body fat. I haven't checked my body fat for a little while, so I probably need to do that. Yeah, so I still have like 50 pounds to go though, so it's going to be a long old journey. Maybe by the end of the year, I'll be where I want to be. But yeah, so
keep it going. What have you enjoyed this week?
Oh yeah, I watched Fate the Winx, I think it was called. It's on Netflix and it is super teeny, about fairies, and I literally binge watched it in 2 evenings because I just loved it. So that is one thing. And the second thing is I forgot how much I love narrating audiobooks and using my voice. I adore voiceover work.
I adore hearing myself speak.
Shut up, don't be a wanker. No, like, because I get to have, like, I have always one of the things I do with Atlas is do silly voices, and we have like a range of different voices that we do, and I just forgot how much I actually love doing it. And it is a performance, and I forgot how much I love performing. Like, I used to do a lot of acting and stuff as a kid, and yeah, I don't know, like, it's a different thing. It's a bit of fun. I posted up some hilarious stuff on Instagram. Yeah, I'm just having fun with it. So
he's picking up on that as well. He can do some incredible voices.
He really can. Yeah. He really can. Okay, so any new patrons this week?
No new patrons, but we have got our next Patreon live call on Monday at 8:00. So I'll double check whether or not I've put a link for that in the Patreon, and I'll add one so everyone's got access to it. But yeah, for anyone that wants to get involved, get some behind the scenes chats with us, and also get early access to episodes, that's at patreon.com/nextlevelauthors.
And level up of the week. Do we have a
level up? I'm excited about this one. It's my buddy Luke. So Luke Condor finished the first draft of a brand new novella last week. So I know that he's been wanting to sort of get the words down and get back into some of the writing game, because he's got a couple of novellas out with publishers that aren't out yet. But yeah, well done, Luke. That's awesome. Smashed it.
Okay, weekly confessional.
What were my things? Mine were to do the product pages on my website and to sort out all my mailer autoresponders. And I did that. I jumped on my boot camps on Saturday and joined a handful of people just getting work done. And yeah, managed to just go through, basically update all my mailers because they were over and done the dashboard. So they're now on my dashboard. Updated them, brought them up into 2021 instead of 2017. And went through my website and made a bunch of very, very pretty product pages for each of my books so that I can start laying the foundations for direct sales when I get around to doing that.
Amazing. I'm just checking when is the date of the last, like, when would we have recorded? The 29th. Okay, so I have written
stuff going on in the group.
2, 2, 6, 9, 3, 4, So I've written about 5,000 words in the last week on side characters, which is actually more than I thought I had written, maybe
Nice.
just fractionally under 5,000 words, and spent a lot of time structuring and restructuring. And I did a bit of that last week, and then having realizations about extra stuff I need to include, and doing a bit of research on that. And the other thing I had to do was record a chapter, which I did. I recorded a chapter, I edited the chapter, I recorded a summary, I edited the summary. I got both of those over to the proofer who proofed, and also edited out the mistakes from chapter 1. So I did work on both of those. So yeah, comments.
So we are currently almost 50 minutes through the episode. Well, 45 minutes through the episode.
I know, and I have to go in 26 minutes as well. So we better make this as a quick question. And it's really not a quick question either. Fucking hell. Do you know what? Let's not do comments this week. Let's put comments to next week because we are under time pressure.
Cool. And just to note, there were a lot of comments. So thank you. Yeah, we will share those next week.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let's do, because this has already been a really long episode.
Fucking forfeits.
I know. Right, question of the week. We collectively, because we can't seem to do anything by ourselves, are almost 2 years out of employment. So 2 years on, how is it going?
Well, how about you?
And that's the end of this episode.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know, it's going well. That summarizes it. Like I'm very, very happy to be in the position I'm in. I'm very happy with the direction a lot of things are going. I am proud to say there's not been a moment in which I've thought that this was going to slip away and I'd have to look at sort of going back to any kind of day job like I once had.
Are you where you thought you'd be?
No, I am 1,000 leagues from where I thought I'd be. You know, because full transparency, I obviously wrote a series of books with Michael. Lots of people within that group go on to do like big things, but I've not been able to keep up with that pace of production for myself. So like, it's not like I've got all my books constantly coming out every month. And I think when I originally set out to do it, I've said this before, my entire ethos was I'm going to do fiction. I'm going to get big in fiction. I started a Great Writers Share because I wanted to keep my toes in the water with the author community and just interview people and sort of add some value there. But my priority really, first and foremost, was slam the words. And I tried, and I've produced a lot of things. I picked up ghostwriting clients, was working with those. But it's not really been like, I thought that probably 2 years out that I'd be making like sustainable income with just my fiction alone. And that's just not what the reality has been. And I'm not bitter about that in any way either. I'm fine with it because it's been such a transformative journey to go from the day job into the first year of learning. Last year, I think I tallied up, I put out about 25, 26 different books, if you include ghostwritten books. So production wise, like I know I can do it and I can spam stuff out, but it's really been the last 6 months or so that I've kind of really started to settle into what is going to make me happy on a sustainable daily level, and how can I utilize that while also making this a career for me. So obviously people who listen to this show a lot have seen that I've gone a lot more into services. So I've got a short story studio editor service on my page. I've got the boot camps running with some like incredible authors in there that are doing awesome stuff. I love that community so much. I'm coaching, I'm helping other authors do the things that years ago I found really, really difficult to do, and that's really, really rewarding. And well, we went through this a few episodes back, but just getting to a position in which I understand the value that I have to offer, and believing in that value and giving back. Because I think that's one thing that a lot of people...
It's almost like if you had a punishment, you'd have to say a load of stuff about how good you are.
Punishment, so that's nothing I've so far. But it's one thing that people, I know because I'm a people, can that be like a quote that was just framed? I'm a people. But it's one thing that I know that people struggle with is that transition from I'm a writer to I'm an author. It's just a mental switch.
No, what's wrong? Okay, where? Okay, bye, love you.
You didn't mute that, no? Now you muted.
Oh, no.
That stays.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same as when people go from writer to author. It's such a big mental jump. How you doing, Sacha? I'm wondering if you're going to keep that or if that's going to... I think you should keep it because we're addressing it now and then it's just going to be a lot for you to edit. Sacha thought she was muting herself to say goodbye to her wife. Didn't happen.
Love you,
darling. Love you too. But yeah, so I'm in such a different place to where I thought I would be, but I'm really, really, really enjoying it. And like I said earlier, there's like stuff coming up in the future that
sorry.
I mean, so are you just gone now?
I'm still laughing because I'm such a
that's this week's hiss. Love you, Queen of Villains, everyone.
Shit.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I think I've gone from the goal of mine of the point of success being obviously income and a bigger name in fiction to swinging that around and going, what is it that's making me happy on like a day-to-day level? And for me, I'm finding, and what was really interesting, yes, you make me happy, fuck off. What was really interesting was I re-listened to one of my episodes on the Story Studio with Luke, touch back to that as well. And it was one of our final episodes that we recorded in which we were talking about lessons learned from, I think it was 2017. And in that episode, I literally say the words, I've realized that my goal is to help authors. And then for 3 years, I do nothing with that.
Oh, wow.
I know. This is why podcasting is amazing, because you go back and listen and you're like, oh my God, I remember like where I was at that point. And yeah, it was like, I've realized that I want to give back and help authors.
Oh, shit.
And then I went like headfirst into the fiction pit. So like, don't get me wrong, I love writing fiction, and I'm putting stuff out still and I'm working on stuff. But yeah, I think on a satisfaction level, on a, what is really kind of propelling me and making me happy right now, it is working with authors, helping authors, and giving people opportunities to progress and level up. Hence this podcast as well. So yeah, I am 1,000 leagues from where I thought I would be. I am not salty about that at all. I want to throw in another maritime metaphor, but I won't. How about you?
I distinctly remember listening to a podcast from Jay Thorne and Rachel Herron when Jay was about 2 years out. And I think she asked him this question. And I remember, and I don't think that's the only podcast I've heard it on. I feel like I've heard other people talk about this, but that there's a 2-year thing. The first year after you leave your job is manic. You are in mostly delirious hysteria because you have no boss. You can do whatever the fuck you like. You can go out to coffee shops whenever you want to write. You are burning with hunger and with like desire and excitement and freedom. And I definitely feel like I experienced that. Most normal people won't have a fucking global pandemic during their second year of business. So I think that has had a significant...
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's had a significant impact on the second year.
Hold on. Bye, honey. Love you.
Oh, man.
Had to. Go on, as you were. Pandemic.
You didn't mute yourself?
Oh, fuck. I had my tits out as well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah. So I think the pandemic's had a bit of an impact on that. And basically, if I'm perfectly honest, I feel a bit lost. I feel a bit rudderless. I feel like, yes, I have a direction. Yes, I still love the things that I'm doing, but something is missing. Something is wrong. Something is just not I don't know, like I feel like I've lost a bit of my spark, and I can't really identify why. And I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the second year is less about that initial excitement and honeymoon period, and more about, settling in, doing, like, getting your routines, knowing more about your business. And we didn't really get that because of the pandemic. It's been very hard to create that. So there's not really any stability. I also am extremely proud that I have made it to 2 years. And also, like you, I've never had a doubt that there's never been a month where I thought, oh God, like I'm going to have to go back and get a job, which is a huge confidence booster. But also I thought I would be further ahead than where I am. And I think some of that is because of the pandemic. And on a good day, I get 6 hours to work. On a bad day, it's more like 4 or 5. And that's purely because I'm only getting school hours at the moment. And that, if I'm honest, is not really enough to grow my business. And yes, I'm seeing some growth, but it's slow and it's not fast enough for me, because I know that I can do more and build more. And I don't know. So I'm frustrated, and I don't know. I just feel like I am adrift, and I'm not sure why. I can't identify why I'm adrift.
I have a theory.
Definitely in the last couple of weeks, I felt like that. Go on.
So my theory is, and it lends back to kind of a bit of what you were saying anyway, is that particularly since March, this isn't what we signed up for. This isn't the stuff that we enjoy. Like, even just going to a conference once every few months, or having a coffee date with a writer friend, or actually being physically with other people who fuel that spark, who fire that passion, and those opportunities which give your mind to rest, so that when you get back to the other stuff, you can do it. Like, every day at the minute, and this has been said repeatedly, but every day is Groundhog Day. So this isn't what I signed up for. And I mentioned it this morning in our sprints, that I would often go to a cafe in the morning, because then I know that's just when I'd smash out my words, and my head would be like, okay,
started.
Work. Exactly. So all of that fun, all of that energy, all of that creativity is absent at the minute. And we're just in a position in which we're just at our desks talking to a screen every day.
Yeah. And you've said that to me as well. Like, what are you doing that's fun in your life at the minute? Like, what are you working on that's fun? And like, it's not that I don't enjoy doing the things that I'm doing.
But you need a side hustle to your main hustle, even if that is creative still.
Don't know.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. And I just don't know. I don't have an answer. I just feel lost. And I think some of it is about the pandemic and the fact that, we have nothing to look forward to. All my holidays and trips and conferences were cancelled, even little things like getting to go to Highgate Cemetery with my mum, all cancelled. Like, I literally have nothing to look forward to. And that's not helping, I suppose, the mindset, but I still feel like there's something missing in my business, and I don't know what that is. I definitely feel like there is a hole appearing, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to put in it. But anyway, like, suffice to say, 2 years out, the biggest thing is the confidence, I think, that has grown in me. And I think that's probably the same for you, is that, no matter what, I will find a way to make the money to pay my mortgage every single month. And I was absolutely fucking terrified that I wouldn't be able to pay my bills when I left my job. And it's literally never been a problem. Okay. So this is a very specific me and you question. So I think I'm going to slightly reword the question for listeners to say, are you where you thought you would be? However, not 2 years, but however long this journey has been for you, are you where you thought you would be?
Okay.
By now. from wherever you started. Yeah. Because I think, Go on.
I was going to say that's a very different question for us if it was, are you where you thought you would be? Like it works but I literally just had a moment where I was like thinking back to myself in 2015 and going, is this where I thought I would be? Not a hope in hell. Like I was just writing then. I was just like a guy writing a little horror novella.
Should we change the question then?
To what?
I don't know. Do you want me to change a question?
No, I'm saying the question's good, I think, for people to answer. But it just made me think of where I was in 2015, which was nice.
I am where I thought I would be. I'm just not.
Of course you are.
Yeah, well, I knew I would. I knew from the start that if I wanted to quit my job, I would fucking make it happen or die trying. Like it was black and white. I absolutely knew I would quit my job at some point. I'm just not as far ahead as I thought I would be. But anyway, sorry, Kat.
Don't get comfortable, Kat.
No. What are we doing? Oh, this is a podcast.
Did you just go full into like?
Yeah, literally no idea. I was like, wait, what? Are we on a sprint? Like, what are we doing?
I often wear a top like this when we sprint. That's not distracting.
Like, your nipples are on the side, Dan. Like, this is not where your nipples should be.
I kind of feel like I should be laying down.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed. I want to.
It's not the size either because it's very snug around the arms. This has been a journey. I hope you stuck with us, listeners. How are we leveling up our author business?
Thank you for keeping the episode on track. I am going to work on side characters.
I want you to find a way to quantify that while I answer mine.
I'm going to finish at least 2 things where I put a flag, 2 mini chapters. Obviously, I'm going to do more than that, but still, because I never know. That's all I'm saying.
I have 25,000 words to write.
Are you going to actually say you're going to write 25K?
I'm going to write 25,000 words, and I'm going to finish my time batching.
25K and time batching. And
which will result in the 25K.
2 sections of side characters, even though I will do more than that. I want to get as close to finishing as possible.
And do higher. Do 3.
No.
The point of this is to hold our feet to the fire, Sacha. Give me 3.
1,
Kate,
2.
Here's a little foresight into your coaching session.
Okay, and on that note, we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hungry for more?
If you enjoyed this podcast, you can hear more of my angelic accent and Dan's dulcet tones on our other podcasts.
For more of me, check out the Great Writer Share podcast.
For more of me, listen to the Rebel Author podcast. We'll be back next week holding each other to account as Dan
and Sacha
become
next level
authors.
There we go.
I can see it under there.
Nice colour in it. It's like goes with the skin.
I'm so excited to see
Yeah.
it. I'm disappointed about the beard, though. I will be honest. I am disappointed that the beard has not happened. We're going to have to talk about that.
Have you ever heard of Flav drops?
Yes, I used to drink them in my coffee.
My life is now Flav drops.
Why?
Because porridge.
What Flav drop flavour do you use?
We've only got toffee at the minute, but we've just ordered white chocolate.
Of course, that's what you've got. Obviously, that's what you've got.
What do you mean, of course?
Because that's the flavour I had in my coffee. We were separated at birth. For God's sake. We can't talk about that. You're so excited.
But Sacha, I did more research this morning.
Did you? This is why you haven't got your fucking words done. Put the shiny down, sit your ass down, and get the fucking words done, Dan.
No.
Yes, Chloe?
No. For the record, I was doing research in breaks between sprints, so you can shut your fucking mouth.
Bitch.
Are you okay?
Why? Why?
You seem unsure about the format of the show.
Look, it's only been like wait, what episode is it?
37.
Okay. It's only been like...
Please don't, it's not. 45?
Yeah, I thought it was 45. Yes, I actually remembered. It's only been 45 episodes. That's all it's taken me. You're going to take your top off. Get your tits out for the lads. Okay, right, hush now.
Oh.
Hello, Achievers.
Everyone.
Oh, you're such a dick.
That's what you get for telling me what to do.
I will always be in charge.